Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Minecraft 1.13 pre-release number 8. This is a record number of pre-releases for Minecraft in any development cycle, and as such, there has been some feature creep that has occurred in the last few pre-releases, which we're going to go over today. So, today I'm going to be covering the changes from pre-release 3 all the way up to pre-release 8. Most of the changes have been bug fixes, which aren't all that interesting to show in a video. But yeah, they definitely help improve the game quite significantly because obviously you don't want a buggy game. We're going to be going over a lot of the relevant changes that will affect gameplay, so let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, in the pre-release 3 there was a bunch of bug fixes, one of which has to do with bone mealing the ground underwater. So if you bone meal the ground, you typically get a bunch of seagrass like this, and then if you bone meal the seagrass, of course, that'll grow into tall seagrass. However, that previously did not work for dispensers, but that was fixed in pre-release 3, so you'll see now, if we bone meal the ground underwater, we get some seagrass, including on the dispenser itself, and then if we do it again, you'll see it grows the tall seagrass. So that is one bug fix which is somewhat important. Another change in pre-release 3 is that the hitboxes of coral fans, kelp, and conduit blocks have all changed to more accurately fit their model. So you can see here, these coral fan hitboxes are much smaller than the block, meaning if I hit on the edge of what appears to be the coral fan, I actually break the block beside the coral fan and not the coral fan itself like that. So the hitbox is a lot smaller and no longer a full block. And same thing with the kelp. The kelp only comes up about halfway to the height of the full block of the redstone right here. And the conduit is also much more representative of its actual shape. So the hitbox fits the model a lot more accurately now. So you see if I hit like right next to this, it doesn't hit the conduit block. But you might also notice that there is a big change to coral fans. This is from pre-release 8. And pre-release 8 allows us to place coral fans on the tops of blocks. So we can now place them on the top instead of just the side like it was before. So you can now place those on tops of block, which is awesome. And you can also now get dead coral fans. So if I come over here and place these coral fans on land, you'll see that over a brief amount of time, the coral fans will die out and you get dead coral fans on land. They just basically are the same texture, but just grayed out. Now, it's worth noting that it is currently unobtainable in the Java edition of Minecraft to get the coral fans. However, in the Bedrock edition, you can mine these and they'll drop themselves. So presumably that will be added to the Java edition in the near future so that we can get both the coral fans as well as the dead coral fan variants for ourselves in survival. There are also a bunch of changes to maps which I will briefly go over here. So first change is that cobwebs will now show up on maps, whereas previously they were totally invisible. So you can see that here on the map, that white square right there, that is some cobwebs right there. The next change is to stained glass. Stained glass blocks previously only showed up if there was a solid block below them, but that is not the case as you can see here. So we have blue stained glass here, that's showing up as expected here. And then we have purple stained glass up here, which is shown up on the map as well, despite there not being any solid blocks below them. So there's no glass here, and there's some glass here, but it only shows the top stained glass color. So yeah, that is some changes to maps, and there are also some more changes. So the other change to maps is that a lot more blocks will now show up on maps, including, as you can see here in this image, things like slime blocks, cauldrons, end portals, chests, beacons, fences, fence gates, all types of shulker box colors, brewing stands, hoppers, daylight sensors, trapdoors, mossy cobblestone wall, and cobblestone wall, as well as ender chests. And it also doesn't matter if there is a block below them or not, as you can see from this map, and that pink shulker box producing that pink dot right in front of me on the map here. However, you might notice if you look closely at this map, things that are no longer included on maps include glass panes and iron bars, and also rails are not shown still. So, yeah, these blocks here, these three block types are not shown on maps at all, but all these now are. There were also a ton of other bug fixes and minor changes. For instance, the advancement description has changed so that green represents a regular advancement, and the purple represent a challenge advancement. So like this is a challenge advancement, this one's a challenge advancement, and this one's just a regular one via the green text. So small things like that have changed. There are quite a few small changes like that. But yeah, a lot of bug fixes as well, and we'll probably continue to see more bug fixes throughout the rest of 1.13's development cycle. So until then, guys, hopefully we see the release of 1.13 on Wednesday. But that is it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you guys in the next video.